Folks, I'd like to talk to you about an epidemic facing the youth of today, a terrible vice wheedling its way into youngsters' minds through the popular culture of Hollywood and the like. The terror that is drag racing. Imagine, if you would, a young man of 16 years who goes to the movies like a good American, who sees these Brando pictures, these Dean pictures, with all the fast cars and the gang warfare and the pretty girls in leather jackets, and he gets it into his head that these people in these pictures are something to be looked up to. Aspirational figures. Of course, you and I and anybody with common sense knows that these films are cautionary tales, sensationalized for the silver screen. But teenagers simply don't have the perspective that grounded adults do. And next thing you know, Johnny down the road has painted flames on Pop's Buick and is burning rubber down the avenue, where kids are playing. So, parents, make sure to educate your children properly about the dangers of automobiles, and remember, the road is a privilege, not a right. If you're gonna drive like a maniac, we're all better up if you take the rail. Alright, next up we've got a solid hour of big band hits from the 30s, the 40s, and today. But first, a word from our sponsors. Masterson Motors. If you wanna go faster, you gotta buy Master. Hello and welcome to Roll Dice and Cry. Thank you for listening. The actual play podcast where we roll dice and you cry.
And we will also cry.
And we will also cry. There we go. My name is Zachary Fredrickson, the GM of this game, and you can find me on Twitter, OfficegatingGod. I am joined this week by Sloan.
Hey, I'm Sloan. I play Theo, and you can find me on Twitter at _SloanZone.
Fantastic. Mari?
I'm Mari. I play Loic. Sorry, blanked for a second. I'm getting used to it. I play Loic. He's a ghost hunter. He's not. And you can find me on Twitter at Marinskos.
Emily?
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Marge, the ex-mafia werewolf, and I am on Twitter at the Blue Valkyrie.
And Chander, or Nikita.
Nikita. Hey, I'm Nikita. You can find me on Twitter at Chanderclear. I play, Bailey the Daily. It is a ghost trapped in a vacuum cleaner unit, that wants to kill.
And we are Third Eye Investigations, a private investigation, organization in Fortune City, which is a fictionalized version of Las Vegas in the 1950s.
Yes.
But future.
Very succinct.
And Theo is a detective with a cat. I forgot to say his name.
Yeah, if you want to, because some folks might have just jumped over the world building. If you want to say your playbook and your special ability, since you only have one of those, it should be easy.
My playbook and my what? Sorry.
Special ability.
Your special ability.
What is my special ability?
It's that special move you picked.
It's in the.
Oh right. Yes. Okay.
The thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Then I am playing Theodore Sinclair, and his playbook is The Hound. He is a detective, and his special ability is Sharpshooter. You can push yourself to do one of the following: make a ranged attack at an extreme distance beyond what's normal for the enemy, or unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress the enemy.
All right.
And he has a cat.
And he has a cat.
I'm playing Loic Luck. He's a whisper, which is basically like a spirit medium slash witch. It's the wizard of the Blades in the Dark playbook. I have Ghost Mind as a special ability, which is you're always aware of supernatural entities in your presence. Take plus 1d when you gather info about their supernatural.
All right.
And Marge is the Cutter, a dangerous and intimidating fighter. My special ability is Savage. When you unleash physical violence, it's especially frightening. When you command a frightened target, take plus 1d. That's plus 1 dice.
All right. And then?
I'm playing Bailey as a Hull, which is a spirit animating a clockwork frame, and it's technically an advanced playbook, so I'm playing it as if I came from The Leech, I think, which is like a mad scientist, tinkerer type playbook. And I don't think I have a move as is such at the moment, but I do have spider climb, which means I can climb up walls and ceilings.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Who remembers what your mystery hook is?
The brother.
Chromios.
The brother did it. That's
Okay,
all I can remember.
I cut out the brother did it from last time, but I guess I'm gonna put it back in. I guess you'll find out if the brother did it. Do we want to play
That was such a
out?
good bit, though.
That was so funny.
Listen, if you want to make Hail Marys every time I tell you a fucking case, I guess it's within your power to do so.
We should make it always that the brother did it, even if there is no brother.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if they don't have a
Mystery
brother.
My brother's dead.
Surprise brother, he's not actually dead.
Hey, ghosts.
Ghost. Oh yeah, ghosts. Anyway, but I will. Do we want to play out the moment where you get the? Yeah. Do we want to like zoom into like the moment that you got the
Yes.
the case?
Yes,
Yes.
1,000 times. Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. So, we are at Third Eye Investigations. Who wants to tell me what this building looks like?
Third Eye Investigations exists inside a renovated space. It used to be a bar. However, the bar had fallen into disrepair and now is a home to two separate organizations, or two separate companies. One of them is the Theo Sinclair Detective Agency, and the other one is, I believe is it just called Third Eye, or is it called Third Eye?
I think there's probably there was a medium written underneath, but it got smudged out by where.
Yeah.
Because again, Loic has been here first.
Right. But let's be honest about what the moneymaker is here. Anyway, so yeah, the other one is Third Eye Medium that has been smudged from wear. So when you enter the bar, you see a pool table with a bunch of documents on it, and you see that the bar has a curtain over it, so that it is sort of sectioned off very, 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 very crudely. You probably also see Marge sleeping or sitting, reading a paper in a folding chair.
All right. Cool. Where is everyone else in this scene?
I'm in my space. I'm in my area. I'm in my office. I'm not a part of this.
What is the closest thing to a detective office desk where the detective sits and looks brooding?
So when I'm thinking, I'm just seeing Patty's Pub, which has a back office.
Yeah.
So that could just be the office behind the bar.
And Loic's area is upstairs?
Right. Who gets the office behind the bar?
Yeah.
Patty's Pub does not have two section offices.
It does not have two offices.
No. Loic gets the office behind the bar.
Yeah, I'd say that makes sense.
Can Loic, can Theo just sit at the bar?
Sure.
I think if Loic lives above the bar, he would probably decide that having people talking about murder in his space isn't very conducive to seances, so he probably just moved it upstairs. To his
More things Theo has taken from him.
to his home.
Mm-hmm.
To his living room.
Okay.
That's a good medium vibe. Just It's a
Yeah.
table in
Someone's
the living
home.
room.
But the bar is still like cordoned off anyway because they tried that arrangement for a couple of weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, then Theo's in the back office that he stole.
Okay. Brooding?
No, he's not that brooding. He's looking at some paperwork, or writing some notes.
Alright.
And a big old typewriter.
Yeah, he's got a big old typewriter. His cat is huge and is chilling. His cat is a very big black serval, like a serval but the size of a greyhound. And I named her Argent in my mind before you named the family Argent in the last season. So now it's a fun callback that we did accidentally.
That's very good. That's called synchronicity.
Yes.
It's
So
very good.
Argent is here. She's curled up, been doing cat stuff.
Where does she have like her own little armchair?
She has a bed.
She's a bed. Okay.
No, wait,
Does it
actually,
have-
a
does it
tiny,
have
a
her-
little armchair, like for a child. Well, actually, she's a pretty big cat.
Yeah.
So she's like
So,
about the size of a child, right? But like a
A greyhound.
oh.
No, not a greyhound. Sorry, wolfhound, bigger, big
Oh.
dog,
Wolf.
but a cat. It's
Wolf
a big
owl.
cat,
Ooh.
Big baby.
Yeah, it's a big cat. Big baby.
big cat.
Alright.
It's a big
So, yeah,
country
she's-
cat of a real species that I have made up for the thing.
Uh-huh. And so
Only
she's,
rich people own them.
she's just chilling on
Yeah,
the
she's
sofa.
chilling. If somebody walks in, she like perks up her ears and is interested because she's a good cat.
Yeah. Where's Bailey?
That, I think that depends on what Loic's doing right now. Cause if it's something interesting, Bailey's up there. If it's not something interesting, Bailey's down here.
What is something interesting that Loic could be doing?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know, like, a seance or something.
I mean, yeah, he could be like literally just with a client, just like pretending to be a spirit medium.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
he is
think,
a spirit medium.
I think Bailey loves that shit.
He
So
has,
Bailey's
like-
up with Loic.
He like has a big shawl that he wraps around himself, like to complete the look, and he like does a lot of gesticulating, and like he puts on this like whole act of like pretending to be whoever the dead person is, and it's like real phony, like fake medium shit, and he's just like, all right, just another day, it's getting paid, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then in that case, Theodore or Marge is in the bar proper. Marge would be the first one to hear it. The door opens, and there's like a little bell, like a ding-a-ding-a-ling-a-ling, like a physical bell that gets jostled when the door opens.
Sure.
And a young man comes into Third Eye Investigations. He is fairly average-looking, maybe 19 to 21-year-old. With a pompadour and a leather jacket. One thing that is interesting as he walks is you hear a clank when he sets his left foot down. If you looked down and saw it, you would notice that it was made of candy red steel.
Robot leg.
He's got a robot leg,
Edible robot leg.
Edible
Yes.
leg.
like cherry red, like candy gloss.
Yes, and flavored.
And flavored.
Yes. Sure.
Get a margin.
And it's, yeah, so he kind of walks in, he looks around, he says, hey, is there a detective here?
I point.
Theo's in
at
his
the
office, so yeah.
I point at the office.
He points at the office too, he says, okay. And he walks his way over, and he kind of like stands at the door, the cracked doorway of the office, and like knocks, and then the door opens, and then he knocks on the door frame.
I was gonna say, like, Theo hears the like clanking coming up, and he comes to the door and opens it like as he's going to knock. So it's like awkwardly both standing there, like right in front of the door, like, oh,
His
come
fist
in.
is raised. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, Hi. Puts both his hands in his jacket. Argent opens an eye and looks over. Hey, how's it going? You're the detective guy, right? Third Eye?
No. Theo Sinclair Detective Agency. No, Third Eye. If you're looking for Third Eye, you want the weirdo upstairs.
Wasn't it investigations because of the name of the thing?
Sinclair Investigations.
Well,
Yeah.
Theo waves his hands whatever you want to call us. So take a seat. What can we help you with?
Okay. We got some my name is Ismael Valenzuela.
Nice to meet
Pleasure
you,
to meet you.
Ismael.
My friend calls me Izzy sometimes. So I am in a group.
While he starts talking, I put my paper down, I get up, and I walk into the room and I close the door behind me.
In the office?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to seeing how you make sure that your other players are involved in this case. Because I'm not going to do it.
Listen, Loic has to leave his apartment eventually.
Mm-hmm.
This becomes an incredibly weird campaign where Loic is just a shut-in.
Yeah.
He's the guy in the chair. It's fine.
So Ismail starts talking. He says, a group. You could see him searching for a better name than gang, and the best thing that he could come up with was group.
What's the name of his gang again?
Oh, he's about to say it.
No, but tell me out of character.
Oh, the Chromios.
The Chromios. Now, he has a metal leg that's bright red. Is it a fair assumption to say that perhaps I might be able to guess?
Maybe, if you're aware of the stuff.
I mean, I'm a detective, possibly.
Do
you want me to?
You're a detective. Because you don't have Streetwise in one of as your thing.
Okay, then I won't. Yeah, it's just it seems like a fairly obvious tell.
That is fairly. Give me a.
Leo gets a broom handle and whacks on the ceiling. Calm down.
What we could do is we could roll a fortune roll to see if you have heard of them.
Sure.
A fortune roll being it's a thing. It's not an action roll, so it doesn't have any consequences. It's just, is this a thing or not? And we find out. So give me a fortune roll. 1 die.
So what die is it? Just
so if you scroll down to beneath your friends, it says roll fortune.
Okay.
I'm giving you the amount of dots you have in study, which is 1.
Yes. Okay, I see. Number of dice 1. Submit.
I feel like every game should have this mechanic.
It's a good mechanic.
That's a good idea.
It says input value notes,
which is the question or what the roll is determining. So you could write in, do I know the Chromios?
Or you could write in nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could write
it doesn't,
but I didn't.
It doesn't suit me.
We know what we're doing.
2. Okay, so 2 is no. This is not a gang that probably because it's not within your circles.
Yeah,
they're very much a Bell Village gang.
Can we explain how the dice works for the audience? Just for the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So every roll in Blades in the Dark is with D6s. They just call them D. Don't know why. Or dice. For anything, the basic value breakdown is that a 1 to 3 is a failure, a 4 or 5 is a mixed success, and a 6 is a full success.
Okay. Cool.
And for very PBTA, it's kind of a different branch of the same basic dice breakdown.
Right.
Also, kind of has a Shadowrun vibe with the D6s. Sorry, what were you saying, Mari?
Oh, so what Theo rolled right now? Did he roll 2 dice?
No,
he rolled 1 die,
okay.
And he rolled a 2 on that die. Which would be a failure, which in an action rule would have meant that a consequence happened. In this case, it just means that he doesn't know about it.
Just to be very clear, gotcha. the basics of dice rolling are you roll a certain amount of d6s and then you take the highest.
Yes.
Right.
So
yeah, I vaguely remembered that part, but I wasn't sure.
Yes. But if you roll multiple 6s, it is a crit.
Nice.
So that isn't the number is important too.
Right.
So yes. So in this case, yes, Theo, you are not familiar with this gang. You can probably tell, like he's like a greaser punk.
Yeah.
He's a greasy punk.
He's not actually. I mean, he's got pomade in his hair, but he's not. He's a handsome young man. But he's what you would term a greaser in 50s terminology. So yeah, so he's a group of people who like cars.
Theo?
And driving them quickly.
Theo is just like, he's not a breeding detective, so he's just like smiling politely, thinking like, gang. Sounds like a gang.
Yeah. Anyway, we're called the Chromios. And that's not super important. The important thing is that, we like cars, and we've had a car-based misfortune.
I'm going to assume, because you're here, that it wasn't some sort of crash or accident.
No, what it was is those fucking birdies coming at... Let me start at the beginning. So, he gets heated for a second, then pulls himself back. So, there's this other... Well, they're a gang. They're bad guys. A gang called the Birdies. Rich boys. The Birdies you've heard of.
Oh, okay.
Because you're a rich boy.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm gonna fix the situation. You guys hear a knock on the door, and it's Loic, and he's like, Sinclair, did you see my... And then he's like, oh, a Chromio. And then he sticks around. I fixed it.
Yay.
You fixed it. Good job.
And I'm there too.
And Bailey putters into the...
And Theo is... oh, you know them. Join us.
Come. We have 4 chairs. And there's 5 of us in this room.
It's like, okay, so there's Theo's desk, and there's a chair behind the desk, and there's
I'm gonna sit
maybe like 2 chairs. There's 2 chairs for like customers. And then there's things around the edge of the room to sit on. There's like a chair next to Argent's chair. There's some
I am going
stools.
to sit like in the middle of Argent. Like she's curling up against Loic.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
nice.
friends.
They're pals.
This is a private office.
Marge, they can stay. I mean, actually, do we talk to Bailey?
I would hope.
Like,
I would.
as a person?
I would hope so.
I think Bailey climbs up onto a chair too.
Okay, I'm just checking how. Like, cause
I will say because
it's
you
up
have
to you.
Yeah.
you've started the campaign, you have a reputation already. You have at least done 1 case before together.
Okay.
The 4 of you.
Then
It's really up to you if you know that like Bailey's a person or not. That's 100%
Theo
up to you.
is at least polite enough to be like, yes, pronouns for this. I'm not going to call it an it. So they can stay. They've helped us before, and I don't know anything about the Chromios, who are, and he looks at Loic, a group?
A gang.
A gang.
A gang.
Okay, we're a gang.
There's nothing wrong with being, well, there's things wrong with being in a gang, but
There is nothing wrong with being a gang.
don't listen to the vacuum cleaner. So the Bernies did something to a car.
The Birdies.
That's another gang, by the way.
They are.
I know that one.
You know that one. You might have like friends of friends in that, or not friends, but like acquaintances of friends of acquaintances in that.
Yes,
because that's they're rich boys.
Yeah.
So you know, in the Chromios, we race to settle disputes, and we've been kind of beefing with these Birdie guys, and so we're like, hey, let's have a big race. Big race. We win. You stay out of the Bell Village. You win. I didn't get that far. But problem is, race is coming up this weekend. And our big boss, Dino, best racer, he's the boss, coolest guy you'll ever meet, come into the garage yesterday, and his car is beat the fuck. It's smashed to pieces. And it was probably them. We think it's them. I think it's them, but
Sounds like a pretty open and shut case then.
doesn't
Why are
it?
you here?
Because Dino is a noble soul, and he wants to be sure before we go and fuck him up. So,
You really want to pay this clown to find out a thing you already know?
I mean, that's
Theo like leans towards Loke a little bit and is like, and if you help, you know I give you some of that money, right?
I can handle myself.
Regardless of what
Fine.
this strange man who has barged in here is saying, we are a paramount detective agency in this city, and of course we will help you.
okay. Fantastic. Yeah, Dino wants you to take a look around, make sure it's them, and then we're gonna go and deal with them. But since he's such a noble, good guy, he's the best guy. He wants to be sure.
It sounds pretty great.
He's great.
If you don't mind, is there literally anyone else who maybe, like, let's say it wasn't the Bernies? I know.
Uh-huh.
Is there somebody else that we should look at?
He's thinking. Well, I mean, no, we kind of keep to ourselves. We only started beefing with the Birdies because they started driving around the Bell Village.
All right. Well, that's a solid lead. And, if it's as open as shut as you think it is, then we can confirm that for you quickly. And
then we beat him up.
And then you do that.
And then you can do whatever it is at your discretion that you choose to do. But I do want to remind you that we do accept payment up front.
Well, you're gonna talk to Dino about that.
Hey, kid.
Yeah.
So you got no idea what the Birdies would have won if they won this race?
I mean, probably we're honorable people. They probably would have gotten a bit of the Bell Village as turf. We would have just stayed out of that zone.
Is there anyone in your crew who might have wanted that?
I don't know about that.
And are there any contacts that might not want other people in the Bell Village?
I don't know about that either. This guy doesn't know a whole lot.
Yeah, no. Theo says, well, we'll take the case. Although I am curious as why Dino, why didn't he come down himself? If you don't mind me saying, you seem to be just the messenger. You don't really know that much, and you can't pay us.
Well, yeah, but he's the boss, so why would he leave his place? It's his place. This ain't his place. But I can go here because he's there.
I'm
Sounds
gonna
like
look
you
at
have a pretty weak situation there. There's only one person taking care of the fort.
Okay, now. If we have to travel to Dino's location, he's unwilling to travel here. We're going to have to add on travel expenses to your bill. I assume that is sufficient.
You're gonna have to look at the car anyway, right? Are you gonna solve the case from this room?
You don't know us.
Of course, we will check out the car.
He's at the car. He's with his car. It's in his garage at the Red Romeo.
Of course, we will check out the car. Although I would like to say that we have done that before. We are very good.
Okay,
we're the best.
That's just you're getting your money's worth. We can let this boy go.
Yeah. One of my GM principles is to cut to the action. So if you want, you can just cut to that.
Yeah, I see him out.
Yeah. We get the address. Here we go to the car.
Get the address. I do want to ask, do you drive there or do you take public transit?
Do we have a car?
I don't know.
We don't have a car. I remember this specifically. We don't have a car. So I think we have to take public transport.
Do we want to jump right there, or do we want to talk about the case a little bit amongst ourselves first?
You can absolutely do that.
I just wanted to be like, okay, well, this is easy money, right? It was obviously the Birdies.
Well, obviously, but we don't have any other cases lined up right now. There's really not a lot wrong with just going and checking out.
Are we placing bets? on who we think did it?
I'm not, but I know that you will be. So that's.
I think it was Dinah for the insurance money. Loic places like a $5 bill on the table.
I'll take that bet.
I am with Loic.
All right.
I'm gonna maybe at least one of us should go to talk to the birdies about this. We could probably solve this case in a good 30 minutes. That was in character. It wasn't a commentary on our capacity to solve it outside, which is much, much lower than our characters.
Also, out of character, I have a proposal. So, can my mom have a car?
You could. She could.
Can she drive us?
No, I'm taking public transport. Absolutely not. I am not doing that.
Yes.
Marge isn't doing that, so. Well, actually, I guess car's a car.
She's your peer. You're like the same age.
Yeah, she's like grandma aged.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's right. So I get to sit in the front seat.
She's the one who looks like old Sophie from Howls, right?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't watched Howls in a while. But yeah, if you give her a call,
she has more like the demeanor of old Sophie. I don't know if that's exactly what she looks like, but like that's the kind of like, I can't.
Like determined.
Is anyone?
I can't figure out the word that I want to describe old Sophie as. It's like gumption.
Gumption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gumptuous.
So, I think we should have somebody go check out the birdies as well.
You can also, if you want, you can check out the garage first and then go and split up from there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, we should go to the garage first, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to tell you what to do. I'm just saying what you can do.
I think that makes sense, though.
If it's in Bell Village, Bailey for sure wants to go.
It is in Bell Village. It is probably like here. Oh, that's not that. Bell Village is red, and I used a red crayon. It is like here, where the Bell Village starts to intersect with the industrial zone. Mm-hmm. Loic and Mars probably know that hoodlums or people like to drive cars real fast through the industrial zone because there's long stretches of open road with less traffic. Because what traffic there is like big trucks moving stuff from place to place. And so they're right on the edge of that in the southern tip of Bell Village. Do we need a scene of you in the car? Or do we want to just have the knowledge that Loic's mom drove you?
Can we just have a moment to consider the scene in the car? Just like 5 seconds of silence.
So I'm in the front, right?
Mars is in the front seat.
Yeah. And I'm sitting cross-armed, staring ahead, not talking to anyone.
So is Bailey like in the middle between like Loic and Theo, or are they just like in Loic's lap?
I think they're in Loic's lap.
I've always every time I conceived of a group shot, I always conceived of Loic holding Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey is a lap daily, a lap vacuum cleaner.
This is my therapy vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
I angle back my head and say to Theo, "Why are we bringing these two along again?"
I was going to say that, of course, Bailey is sitting on Loic's lap because Argent is sitting on the full car.
Full car.
What did you ask me? I forgot.
I just said, remind me why we're taking these two along again.
Loic is intuitive, and Bailey is very resourceful for a cleaner.
Also, I can talk to ghosts.
And they have a car.
That's what I meant by intuitive. I was just being subtle. Theo says out loud.
I flip Marge off.
We can use all that. There's nothing wrong with extra help.
I do want to say that Anathema's car, which is Loic's mom, probably this big, like, rickety jalopy that runs really well.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
It's got Magic School Bus vibes. Maybe it's got the very first precursors of the 60s and 70s van paintings.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you know how like big panel vans used to have these huge like fantasy murals on them?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
We got in my neighborhood, we've got a pickup truck that is just head to toe in like skeletons, like fighting wizards and stuff.
Oh my god.
Pretty amazing.
I am coming to your neighborhood and I'm going to steal the car.
Yeah.
Dream car.
Okay, and so she drives with reckless abandon, but still obeys the speed limit, and deposits you off quickly at the Red Romeo garage. It's got a big neon sign hanging out front with it. It is a heart with an arrow through it, and it says Red Romeos in bright red cursive. And
Aesthetic.
Yeah, it's great. In neon. Did you do the Spider-Verse I love you dad scene? Yeah.
You gotta say you love me back.
You gotta say you love me back. Theodore? No, Loic, you gotta say you love me back. That's my old lady voice.
Mom, I'm in the middle of an investigation.
I point to the car and I say, she's not getting a cut.
Eventually she speeds off into the night.
He does say he loves her back.
Good.
She's his mom.
This is mom. So Red Romeo, there's a handful of young ne'er-do-wells, young greaser boys, sitting outside, and greaser girls, and
Greaser non-binary individuals.
Indeed. Listen, anyone can rock a
Greaser is a
pompadour.
gender-neutral term.
It is.
Every flavor of greaser.
Mm-hmm. You're seeing a lot of a handful, not a lot because it's still pretty rare, but a handful of robotic limbs, usually with like some airbrushed decals on them. They're very proud of them if they've got hardware. And yes, gender neutral greasers to piss off Essie Hinton. Very good. And yeah, you're right. You are shown quickly into the garage of the Red Romeo. It's the main garage because there's Dino's garage. Dino Valentino is like his friends, got a pompadour. He has, robotic arm, with some pistons to help him turn real good.
Is it also red?
Yeah. His has like airbrushed hearts on it.
Nice. Cute.
He's smoking a cigarette, standing outside, looking nervous, and he sees you and says, "Oh, fantastic. Thank you for coming. It's so good to have you here to fix this shit. This is some fucked up shit."
Tino, just tries to be charming and says, well, I don't know if we can fix it. Yeah, fix your car. It sounds like it's pretty smashed.
That's true. You're smart. He's a smart guy, right? and then you hear like, yeah, he's a smart guy. Just around.
Wonderful. Theo thoughts, wonderful. The bar is set so low.
Observational prowess.
I told your friend when he came into our office that we accept payment up front.
Okay. Well, how about I give you half up front and then half afterwards?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, you still gotta solve the case. We just met.
Of course. Where's the car?
It's over here, and they go and they take you around the back. They've got one of those cool. They've got this big, like open, like alley lot behind the garage where there's actually a couple of different garage structures. Each of them has a folding or a rolling gate, the kind that descends from the top and then you pull it up, with steel slats. They're all painted red, with different names on them in cursive spray paint, but nicely painted. And there's one that says Dino, there's one that says Tommy, and there's one that says Pipes. And Dino rolls it up, and says, "There's the damage, boss. What do you make of it?"
How bad's the car looking?
Oh, it's bad. Slashed
Is it
tires.
drivable?
No. Slashed tires. Looks like there's a big pool of oil on the ground beneath it. The mirrors are like ripped off. One's in the driver's seat. One's like over, on the counter across the way. This is also, it's a garage. It's also a workshop. It's full of tools and other stuff. Some of those tools are scattered around the car. So what was that?
Is it like the hood's open and stuff's just been sort of randomly pulled out, or?
Oh yeah. The hood is open. The hood is like open but like bent backwards. And yeah, there's
So a strong.
Yeah, there's
A strong did this.
somebody, and there's someone took like a wrench and like ripped out a bunch of stuff. Things are cut inside the engine. Like tubes are like cut. Some tubes are ripped out. This thing is destroyed. It's totaled.
It's fucked. Kira does like a low whistle, like, oh, ouch. If this is the only car they did that to?
Yeah. I mean, he like goes close to you and he says, "I didn't tell the other guys because I didn't want them to worry, but someone also stole my brother's car. It's just gone. It's just gone out of his garage."
Correct.
So not destroyed.
I mean,
Just gone.
maybe they destroyed it somewhere else, but I didn't see it.
Have you heard from your brother?
Yeah, he's over there.
Wait, which was it? Where's the brother?
He points and there's like a younger, like he's like 17, 18. Dino is probably like 24.
Oh, I thought Dino was 17.
No,
I thought
no.
the brother was like
No.
12.
No, Dino is 24. His little brother Tommy Valentino is about 17 or 18. He is skinny. He's still got the last bits of his acne on his face. It's a couple pock
He's
marks.
got budgeting psychic powers that he doesn't know what to do with.
Yeah. I don't know what that reference is.
Akira!
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's he's kind of like nervously standing at the back of the crowd of birdies, not birdies, Chromios, and when Tommy points him out, like they part and like all point at Dino, at Tommy,
Yeah.
and he
No.
and yeah,
Can
he
I,
looks
so
like he wants to
how
die.
exactly do these investigation skills work? Because I have a 2 in evidence collection.
So, once you're done talking, you can just say, "I'm going to look around." You describe the way you do it, and then you say, "I'm using this skill," and then I'll tell you what you get with it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, then, Theo, the only other question Theo has to ask is that if you don't mind me asking, well, I mean, obviously, this is horrible, and you will want to know who did this, but can you still race with a different car? Why didn't they destroy all the cars?
Because my car's the best car. I got...
True,
Sounds- Sounds like it'd
I
be
heard-
about the driver, not the car.
yeah, I heard you're real good.
I am real good. I'm the best. But, I mean, that thing was like greased lightning, man. It was the best car we've ever had, well, let's just say it had some components that we got from somewhere.
Bailey kind of perks up.
From where? What kind of components?
This is an extra clue. If you would like to give me some sort of spend or investigative ability to try to prize this one out of him, because this is not a piece of information he's giving freely.
Okay.
So I know you have like intimidation. I don't know if you want to intimidate your client right out of the gate.
Why don't I, does he look like a little, like, gun shy to say anything as soon as I
Yes,
see.
absolutely.
Okay,
He kind of like pulls back a little bit. He's like, some stuff from the
Okay.
place.
All right, so I'm gonna stand up next to him, looking very big and strong, and I'm going to reach up my hand and just put it on his shoulder very, very firmly, and I'm going to say, "Look, the more information that you give my friend here, the better we will be able to help you. So please, let us help you. We are not the police, and we don't intend to be going to the police. We don't care what you're getting up to."
Okay. What is that you're using?
Command obedience with the first of your personality, threaten or intimidate, lead an action with one of your crew's gangs.
Yeah, that sounds like it would work pretty well. Do you want to give me a roll for that?
Sure.
So I think this is a controlled. So this is the first time we've done a roll. Let me tell you how this works. In Blades in the Dark, you have two things that matter for every roll. It is the positioning and the effect. So there's risky, desperate, and controlled positioning, and then there is limited, standard, and great effect. And that the fictional positioning affects what those do, and those each standing and affect. Those are the two different kinds of effect I just said back to back. I'm sorry about that. They affect like how the role proceeds and how what the results are. So for this one, I think it would be a controlled, because you're in a controlled environment. This is a fairly understandable thing for you to be asking. And he is currently reserved, but still willing to work with you in general. And then I think it would have just a standard effect.
Okay. And let's see.
So what do those things do again?
So controlled, for your standing, controlled, risky versus desperate is the more it is towards desperate, the worse the consequences are if you fail.
Okay. So it only affects it narratively, not mechanically.
No.
Like she doesn't have to roll
more dice or less dice. No.
Dice.
No.
Yes. Okay.
If you want, you can push yourself by taking 2 stress, or someone else can assist you by taking 1 stress.
Well, I've got a different idea.
Okay.
We talked so the part of the gumshoe is that you can use your investigative abilities to add points to your skills. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got 2 I think would work here: Streetwise and Bullshit Detector. But I think Streetwise, because he's not lying, he's just like, I would prefer not to. So I'm sort of saying hey, look, we're not on the side of the law here.
Yeah, we're cool. Yeah, mm-hmm. I think Streetwise would work. So
I can quote unquote use a point of Streetwise too.
Yes. So you've got you should all make sure that you know how much your max rating is and how much you have in your pool. And so you would spend 1 point from Streetwise to add a die.
Okay. So that would be 3 to command.
Would be 3 to command. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Position is controlled,
mm-hmm.
and effect is standard, and bonus dice is 1. And I got a
4.
A 4.
4.
So
that's
4,
a
5.
partial success.
You hesitate, withdraw and try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You suffer lesser harm. You end up in a risky position.
Do I get to pick this?
Yes, you could withdraw and try a different approach, or do it with a minor consequence, and then I would choose the minor consequence.
I'll do a minor consequence.
Okay. A minor complication occurs, you have reduced effect, you suffer lesser harm, you end up in a risky position. I don't think you're going to suffer harm. I think it's just going to be reduced effect. He kind of backs up, he's like, listen, we're not stealing it. We just, it's what you might call an NDA. We got some new friends in high places that got us some tech. But they would prefer to remain anonymous. So you get, partial information, effectively. Mm-hmm. You know that whoever it was that gave them the technology that they put in this car, it was like a corporation.
Sure. And is there...
I have...
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Oh, no, sorry. Keep going. It's just... I had a question.
Okay.
Can you think of any reason why the corporation might want this technology back, or maybe a rival corporation could want it from you?
I mean, maybe, but like scratches at his chin. I mean, the birdies would be mad if they found out about it, because I'm sure they got holdings in some of those corps. If they found out about it, they might try to just take it for themselves. But it's in there, you know? It's still in there. It's just busted.
I see. Okay.
Can I ask a ghost if they saw something?
Sure.
That's my shtick.
That's
the thing I do.
It's absolutely your shtick. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait until they look at the car first? A little more.
I mean, I'm not really.
You're not in this.
This interrogation
is not.
Yeah, no, I am in the room.
Uh-huh.
This interrogation doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. Like, nobody seems that persuasive in this team, thinks Loic.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So he's just gonna, like, move into a side room and be like, hey, ghosts.
Yeah.
What's up?
Absolutely. What are you are you gonna be attuning for that, or?
Yes. Can I add an occult point?
An occult point? Maybe. Well, because occult is specifically like knowledge about the occult.
Oh, okay.
It does say in occult's description that it doesn't help with actually doing magic.
Okay. Okay.
But you could maybe do like a social roll to like coax the spirits, a social ability.
I have flirting and I have streetwise.
Okay. Streetwise, I think could maybe help in this situation.
I'm gonna say flirting for the birdies. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Streetwise. So I just add another little pip to a tune for now, so I can roll it.
Actually, when you click a tune, it'll give you an option to add bonus dice, and you just add it in there.
Okay. Hang on. What is my position?
I think your position is also controlled.
Okay.
In the moment, this part is old hat for you, and you're not under any undue stress. No one's attacking you. There's nothing crazy going off. You're in a pretty chill environment.
No evil ghosts.
No evil ghost at the moment that you know of.
What is the effect? Is it just standard?
Only standard, yeah.
Okay. And one bonus die.
Mm-hmm. 4, 4, 4.
Oh boy!
4, 4, 4.
Pulls across the board.
Okay. So, yeah, you get 2 ghosts. And they come up.
Ooh.
And they're like, "What's up? How's it going?" And it was like, "Hey.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi. Are you guys Chromios?
I am. They are. What are you, like a French? Yeah, I'm from the French Revolution. So it's one guy who died like maybe in the last 10 years and then somebody who died 200 years ago.
I need that French accent.
Bonjour. Mon ami. How's it going?
Yep. Okay.
I was making bread for a bunch of weirdos on an island.
Yes. Hello.
Okay. I think I'm gonna need one of y'all's help a little bit more. Do either of you know what happened to that car?
Yes. A person smashed to pieces.
Who person?
It was a
description.
It was a man.
A man, woman, tall, short, non-binary.
It was a man.
Okay.
Average height.
Average build.
Average build. Well, I don't know. They were wearing a big coat.
An average looking one.
Average looking coat. Yeah.
And you're sure it was a man?
Maybe, probably. I think.
Jesus Christ.
After a while, humans, living bodies, they just all look the same to a ghost.
So no defining features at all? Like a funny hat?
It was a hat. It was a big hat. It was like a fedora.
Okay.
Like a you know, like a criminal in a Dick Tracy.
Look thinks about fedoras and big coats, and he's like, for a second, he's like, did Theo do this?
No, so yeah, whoever it was, they smashed the car up. It was dark. We don't have night vision. We're ghosts. But I know they left around 6.
Okay.
And the other one said, no, this is not true.
No?
So they left it
Okay.
at the stroke of a 9.
Which is it?
It was 6. It was 9.
One always lies,
Was
one
one
always
of you
tells the truth.
upside down?
Who could say?
When you are a ghost, up and down do not mean anything anymore. Can we just sidebar really quick? Can Dick Clancy please be a fictional private detective in this world?
Sure, yeah, Dick Clancy.
Dick Clancy, private eye.
Our rival?
A rival
No,
is a
he's
fictional
fictional.
detective.
It's pulp novels about Dick Clancy, private eye.
I have a question. How
Okay,
close
could
is
you
Loic?
at least tell me if they were big or small?
They were, medium.
In relation to the car.
In relation to the car, they were small. But yeah, so I think that's the information you get on that
Okay.
floor.
So none information.
No, you got tons of information. It was they probably a man.
A single
Okay.
person.
It was a single person, and they
Okay.
left at 6 or at 9.
Or 9.
I have a question, which is, how close is Loic to everyone else, and what did that look like?
I think
So Loic,
Yeah.
I said Loic went into a side room, but
Okay.
one of y'all could have followed him very easily. He wasn't very discreet. And it's basically like Loic whispering at the air for like 10 minutes.
So good.
Just like very casually.
Just like Loic whispering, like, that's not helpful.
He has like a long cigarette that he like never smokes because he hates it, but that's like his cover. He's like, I'm gonna go and get a smoke. I'll be back. And he lights it and he just holds it in his hand while he's
Good.
talking to the ghosts.
maybe it's got like some stuff in it that makes the ghosts come.
Incense.
Yeah. Weed.
Ganja.
The sticky
The
icky.
ghosts love that green leaf.
The ghost, it's called the devil's lettuce for a reason.
Okay, so yeah,
Maybe
look,
pipe leaf.
so look, I really hope that at least one of you is writing down all the clues that you're getting.
I'm writing down.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I have sticky
my
notes
God.
that I'm gonna hang up and connect with strings.
I would
Hell
like
yeah.
to
So either at
investigate
6
the
or
car.
upside down 9.
I would like to investigate the car.
Okay,
I wanna
fantastic.
see around
I think.
I also want to
Nikita-
investigate
Bailey.
the car.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing with the car? Tell me.
Okay. Well, I have 2 dots in Tinker.
Okay.
I also have, wow, that was the wrong tablet pen. I also have, evidence collection, chemistry, and physics.
Okay, I
And
think-
trivia, if that helps
I
at
think
all.
I think a lot of it trivia will help with one thing. I think one thing that is important, evidence collection is going to be the big one here. Because you're both gonna look around. Do you want to describe it?
So I think Bailey kind of whirs around on their wheels up to the car.
Mhm.
And kind of gets out their long arms, like unfolds like, and starts, not exactly like digging around at first, but like slowly working their way up to digging around inside the car. Kind of getting a feel for it, trying to figure out what this, tech from the Friends in High Places was, because they did, that's kind of a lot of what they did, is work with tech that people had to sign non-disclosure agreements to buy legally.
Hell yeah. And yeah, like when Bailey like whirs over and starts doing all that shit, you hear like, oh shit, they got a robot. They got a detective robot. Tommy, Dino got some real people on this bit.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive. Okay. Yes. So I'll give you a bunch of information. If you want to find specifically that thing, I would ask for a spend of your evidence collection pool. Basically, that means you expend 1 point of your pool to gain some information, some additional information beyond what I'm going to give you already.
Can you give me the information first, and then I'll decide if I want to spend the point, or do I have to spend it now?
I'll give you the basic information first, and then...
Okay.
Alright, so you looking around, you find a couple things. One, so the car was smashed up with a bunch of different tools, but there is a cricket bat shoved through the windshield.
Woof. Okay.
A cricket bat, like what the rich boys play.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to tell you, when you came in is, Tommy shows you the lock that was broken on the way in. They like busted the lock off of the garage with a crowbar.
Okay.
Just for flavor, I want to say that Theo has his camera. He's taking like crime scene photos.
That's a good idea because
before anything gets disturbed, he's taking photos.
All right. In that case, Theo, I want to say specifically a couple things that you get. There is a tire burnout outside of the garage that you see has a partial logo burned into the pavement. Like there was a logo pattern on the tires.
Yeah.
So if you take a photo of it and then maybe fiddle with the photo to like squeeze it back, which is the thing you can do with photography, when you get back to your dark room, you can probably figure out what the logo was.
Okay.
So,
all right, cool.
Damn, we have a dark room?
Well, he's got photography points.
Yeah.
So
cool.
I can only imagine
there's
a dark room somewhere.
He can turn his office into a dark room. He's like, nobody come in here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm locking the door. It's time for dark room.
And one other thing you notice
he also does that when he's depressed.
Is that Theo probably wants to take a photo of this, is that there are very distinct shoe footprints in the pool of oil and leading away from it.
Okay, yeah. But do they distinct in what way?
Well, if you have trivia or know about fashion, I would tell you.
I have trivia.
I do not.
Bailey then would recognize these shoe prints as Oxfords.
Ooh, so like
a fancy boy shoe?
Like a fancy boy shoe, yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
A rich boy shoe from a rich person from a rich crew.
So much evidence points to the birdies that it is either them, and this is an obvious case, or it is somebody who is very meticulously trying to make it seem like it's them.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out at the end of the mystery.
Right. Sorry, I interrupted Bailey's thing.
So
That's
Bailey,
cool.
the thing that you notice, because you're low to the ground and you can check, you look underneath, so where the oil is like pulled under the car. And you look at the oil pan, which is a pan at the bottom of the car that holds the oil that lubricates the engine that makes the car go. That was punctured very precisely.
Robot.
Like as opposed to like someone like just, like it looks like a gorilla went hog wild on the car itself. This looks like someone with a drill just popped it out. And it, like at like the best place for all of the oil to drain out.
Huh.
Yes.
As a flavor, I just want to say that Marge is also like investing in the car, and I like peek under the hood and it's dark down there, so I turn to Bailey and I say, "Could I please get some light?"
I think I probably have a little flashlight.
Yeah, I believe so.
A little thing, and I turn it on, but I turn it on so at first it shines directly into Marge's eyes.
Good.
And then at the rest of the car.
Yeah,
I look very angrily at
love
Bailey.
this dynamic. Love this dynamic.
I think I do want to spend my evidence collection point
Okay.
on this.
Yes. So
I want to know what this is.
spend it. You look in, make sure that you show that you have a pool of total points and that you have spent one of them so that you don't forget how many points you have total.
Mm-hmm.
So you spend 1 point of evidence collection. You look around, in the engine. There's a piece of machinery in the engine that is way higher grade than anything else. Like, this is a good engine. Like, these guys these people are good mechanics. But this shit is like high grade. It is a fuel injector. of the kind that will become commonplace in like race cars in the future. But this is like a prototype, and like it doesn't have the logo on it, but you know the workmanship is. It's an advancement incorporated fuel injector. Somehow the birdies or the Chromios got a deal for some maybe to test out some technology for AI.
Okay. I don't like this.